What's up, everyone? It is your girl GLB 87 here, aka Grace, and it's time for another Complexion Corner, girl. So got my cute little Sephora bag full of stuff as usual. So let's go ahead and get into it because there's quite a few things in here I have tried that we need to talk about, girl. So I got some older stuff from before, I got some newer stuff. Girl, I just got stuff. Okay, so let me dig down in here and get started. I want to start with like color correctors and stuff, then I go into foundations and concealers and setting powders and foundations and bronzers and all that stuff. So I'm gonna start off with my Sigma what is this thing? Spectrum Color Correcting Duo in the shade Dark to Deep. So of course y'all know this, I got this in PR last year and I tried it out for a little while. I feel like this is a great alternative for people who want to have a couple of different tones as opposed to one, because the ones from Nars are pretty expensive and you can get this 2-pack for the price of one. You can use my code GELBEAUTY to get a discount if you're interested, but I really like this. This is more of the formula though of the Becca one, so if you like that more lighter brightening color underneath the eyes, then I feel like you should definitely go with this. And as you can see, they have this deeper one and then they have this lighter one. So this one is closer to the Becca one for people that are my skin tone, and I feel like they have this deeper one for people of a deeper skin tone. So if maybe you feel like too much mouth shade, then this one might be good for you. But I think this is a great product. I was really impressed with it. I use both of them sometimes. It depends on, like, you know, how much sleep I had, and I feel like in the summertime the other shade would be better for me, whereas now in the wintertime the lighter shade works for me. So this is a great product all around. If you're a person like me who doesn't get a lot of sleep, this is definitely something you might want to look into. Or if you just like to color correct because you want the absolute best perfected base that you can have, I feel like color correctors are good for that as well. So that's what I was impressed with. Next I have the Relevant Beauty color, what is this, Relay Fix Priming Color Corrector. I have the shade Root DG3. So this was like the deepest one they had. I did a campaign with them a while ago through this thing called Powered Hue, where they send you PR to like do UGC content. I liked this okay. I wasn't crazy about it. It has like a glittery effect to it. It works pretty nice underneath the eyes though, but I just haven't really reached for this one that much. I prefer to use the one I showed you, the Sigma one, or I'll use the Rare Beauty one. So this is one I pick up every now and again. I'm not necessarily crazy about it though, but that's not because of the bad product. It's just I have other things I prefer over it, and because it has like that glittery undertone to it, or the particles of glitter, and I'm not necessarily a huge fan of that. So it wasn't the product, it was the fact that they put the particles of glitter in the product. If they hadn't put those in there, I'd have been fine with it and it'd have been fine with me. But you know, because they did, I'm like, can't even do it. So next product I have to talk about is the Comfort FX Power Play Foundation. I got this one sent in PR as well. This is the shade D3. I don't think the review has gone up for this or the battle has gone up for this yet. I'm not 100% sure though. I had a whole bunch of videos come up. So I have shade D3 and I think D2. I have D2 at home and D3 I left in the bag just to remember the review. So I usually use the shade D2 from what I remember, but I did swatch this one out, I think in a video or something to show. But the formula is just as good and just as nice as it was before. I like the packaging on this one better though. If you all remember, they had that square packaging that made it really hard to squeeze out, especially when you got to the end. So the packaging from whoever bought the company, because they were bought by somebody else and starting over again, the packaging is definitely better on the new ones versus the old one. I'm just waiting for them to come back with the matching concealer because that was fire, but the little weird ball that they had going on for it to be used, I wasn't necessarily feeling. So if you were wondering about that, that's my thoughts on it. I'll have a video coming up in the future comparing both of them. I don't remember if it went up or not yet, like I'm saying, but I know I did one on it. So there's that. On to the next one, I have the Glossier, what is it, Stretch Foundation? Is that what this is called? The Stretch Fluid Foundation. I have the shade Deep 1. If you all remember, I tried it out. I think I put like Deep 3 with medium like 4 or something like that to mix it and make a shade for me, just to try it in the video for you all to try out. I was quite impressed with it. So when they had another Sephora sale, I went ahead and picked it up. I thought it was really nice. It's been sitting in this bag for a while though, because I did use it a couple of times before I put it in here just to confirm that I still felt the way I felt when I initially tried it. And I do. I thought it was really nice. I like to use it a lot, and now I can finally get home because I'm filming this video, so I'm happy about that. But I definitely think this is nice for somebody who likes your skin but better look, but it gives you a decent medium coverage. Now if you're like me and like a full coverage, you need to put a powder foundation on top of it most likely, and like a, you know, what is it, a high coverage concealer or full coverage concealer, and it'll work out for you nicely, because that's just what I do with the medium foundations. I feel like don't build up further than medium like sometimes they say they do, but it's overall nice. And if you like your skin but better things, I definitely think you'll be part of it. I'm getting into your skin but better foundations, but my whole thing is like I prefer to be able to add concealer and powder foundation to build it up to the full coverage if I can't. So that's just what I've been doing lately, and they still look nice on the skin, so I'm liking that. So next I'll show you all the Relevant Beauty Rela Wand 3-in-1 foundation I have in the shade Empowered 6. I got 2 of these. I sent one to my cousins because this shade was the one that worked best for me. The other one I think I got was a little too dark. But this is what it looks like. It's just a nice stick foundation. Again, y'all know I love me a stick foundation for when I have to go to work and get ready. I don't have that much time, so I'm happy to be able to bring this back home again as well, so that way I can use it and get used out of it, because I've definitely been using up my stick foundations. I find these go quicker, so I'm kind of been enjoying them lately because I feel like I'm feeling accomplished when I finish using one up. I used up my Thread Beauty one recently, the one I originally had with the broken thing on it. I'm already starting to break the other part of it, but that's okay. And sometimes I'll combine these with like the foundations and the wand. So there's a foundation with a wand that you can rub on, like the Clinique one. I'll put this on and then I'll put that on top for extra coverage if this is more of a medium coverage, and that's a medium because I feel like both of them combined can give me the full coverage I'm looking for. So I plan on finishing this up this year too, just because like I said, a lot of times when I'm going to work I'll be in a rush because Thursdays now I have to start earlier than I normally do, so I literally have to pick Adriangameover from school, rush, put my face on in 30 minutes, and then leave out the door. So those are days I usually don't get to do a whole bunch of fun eyeshadow looks like I normally do for you all and all that. I have one more foundation that you should have seen the video on by now, but I didn't get to put it out when it initially got to me just because I got it sent in PR and they said we had to wait till the campaign was over before I actually show it to you all. So this is the Amy Coley Skin Stick. I think it's called the Skin Enhancing Stick. Yeah, I got the shade 230 and 210 that they sent me in PR along with the brush that goes with this. I actually have to wash when I get home. I hope I didn't dig into it because sometimes these tops are hard to get off this foundation. I'm always be scared that I'm going to ink it. But this is what it looks like. The shade 230. You saw the shade, I think you saw the shade 210 in my video. Or it might have been 230. I'm not exactly sure. I wear 210 at home every day and this is 230. I feel like 230 would be better for me in the summertime. But when I had to make the video, I had to use 210. But both of them wear nicely. I really like this. If you like that Your Skin But Better like foundation stick and you don't want to spend the money that comes with the price of the Fenty Beauty one, I feel like this could be a good alternative for you. It really gives me the vibes of the one from Colored Rain as well. If y'all remember, I love that one. That was one of my favorites of 2023. This one definitely gives me similar vibes to that, and I'm quite impressed with it. It does give you that skin blurred, enhanced, Your Skin But Better look, and this has 0.28 grams. I forgot how many was in the Fenty one, but the Fenty one costs just as much as the liquid one that gives you a full ounce. So I always feel like I'd rather just have the liquid with them because it's like I'm paying the same price and getting less product. So that's why I recommend this over that one. If you don't want the liquid one and you prefer a stick, you'll probably prefer the Amy Coley one a little bit better. I don't know what Adriangameover just broke and I don't even want to go and look and investigate. I just heard a clanking noise and he's playing with the, what's that thing called? The Oculus thing. So yeah. Anyway, next I have the Estee Lauder Futurist Soft Touch Brightening Skin Sealer. I have the shade 4W. As you can see, it's quite light. Online, they made it look deeper than what it actually was. So that's why I ended up with such a light shade. But it ended up working out pretty nicely for me still. But y'all know I like a brighter under eye than a lot of other people my skin tone normally like. So I'm fine with this shade. And I put this one all underneath the eye. I don't like to just use it as the inner corner to brighten up and use a deeper one. I do that sometimes depending on like what concealer I'm using it with. Because sometimes I have some that are like too deep and I prefer to use this in the front and toward the back and then just blend it all in to get the nice color effect. But as a general rule, I'll just use this one on its own and it works fine. I think it's a nice concealer. It doesn't really give me serum concealer vibes, and it definitely does give the brightness, especially because of how light I got the shade in it. But it was a good concealer. I was very impressed. I've never tried an Estee Lauder concealer before though, so I was wondering how it was going to be, but I was figuring if it was anything like Double Wear then I'd like it, and I do like it. I think it's a great concealer for anyone who's interested in trying it. Now this one has been out for a while, but I finally got around to buying it and trying it out. I have another product from the brand as well. During the Sephora sale, when they had the last sale for 20% off in December, I went ahead and got this because I had heard mixed reviews about it, but I wanted to try it for myself. So this is the Say, what is this called? The Say Hydra Beam Concealer in the shade HB6. I liked this concealer okay. When I first tried it, I felt like it was a little like thick, if you will, underneath the eyes, but I felt like it did a good job once you blend it out and blend it into the skin nice. I didn't feel like it accentuated pores or anything. I felt like it did a decent job with covering underneath the eyes. I'm not crazy about it. I don't know that I'll necessarily buy this again when I run out of it, but I wouldn't say it's as bad as I felt like everybody made it seem, because people were saying, I know Andrea Montanaro said she didn't like it. I didn't have the issues that she said she had with it. It works just fine for me, and I like it just fine. So if, you know, you were interested in trying it out, I would say go ahead and try it out, but you know, it just isn't like anything exceptional where I'm like, oh my god, yes, I have to have that. But it's not as bad as I feel like I've heard about it. So I just get the other same thing out the way. I got the Skin Melt Natural Cream Bronzer in the shade Deep Bronze. I heard Teresa's Dead talking about how much she liked this, and the shade is actually pretty dark, which I was kind of shocked by, because this is the deepest shade and I didn't expect it to be as deep as it is. But I feel like once you put it on the face, it doesn't look as deep as it does in the pan. Like, it goes on like normal color of a bronzer for some of my skin tone, even though I feel like it looks quite deeper in the pan. Maybe it's just me, but it was a nice bronzer. I think it did a good job. It melts into the skin nicely and gives you that, you know, airbrushed effect. It kind of reminds me of the Makeup by Mario one, but it's like, I feel like it's a little bit thicker than that one, because I feel like Mario's is like lightweight, extremely thin formula, whereas this one I feel like it's a little bit thicker than that one. Not a whole lot thicker, but enough for me to notice the difference. And y'all know I panned one of the Makeup by Mario ones like last year, and I'm on my way to trying to pan probably like another one this year, because that's just one of my favorite cream bronzers. It's so lightweight and nice on the face, and I'm like, you can't not, you know, love that product. But next I have the Milani Cheek Kiss in the shade Mocha Moment. Now, shout out to my girl It's Glam XO Beauty. She said this is a good alternative to the ABH cream bronzer. I want to see if I feel like it's a good alternative to my Makeup by Mario one that I really love, because that would definitely save me a few coins. It definitely gives me a similar vibe. It has similar packaging. I want to see if the formulas are similar or not, because so far I've only tried this against the ABH one because of my girl It's Glam XO Beauty on Instagram, and I felt like they were definitely similar. I feel like this one was a little bit more lightweight and a little easier to work with than that one, because I felt like the ABH one was going streaky on me, and I feel like it normally doesn't, so that was interesting to me. I don't know if I picked up too much product or whatever, but this one definitely looked nice on the skin and actually wore for a decent amount of time. And I was shocked, because Milani usually, in my personal opinion, doesn't have like that many deeper tone shades for people with my skin tone, so I was shocked that this one was deep enough for that. I feel like they're like a lot of other brands, like we'll just make them a good foundation and concealer, and like, you know, they have to go elsewhere for everything else. So the fact that they came out with the cream bronzer that was deep enough for my skin tone, I was impressed with. But I think that I grabbed the deepest shade that they have. I don't think they have one deeper than this, so I feel like it still needs to do a little bit of work, but it's better than the way it used to be. Because I feel like at best someone that's of a deeper skin tone can put this on and then just put a powder one on top of it to like kind of oxidize and deepen it up. Not that they should have to do that, but you know, I feel like it's better than what it used to be at the drugstore is what it's coming down to. Okay, so the last thing I have to talk about is this setting spray from NYX. So this is the NYX Marshmallow Setting Spray. Y'all, I love this stuff. Oh my goodness, I love this stuff. I've already used it like up to here, and I've only had it like maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 or something like that. But yes, so I love this. It smells like marshmallows. It's excellent on the skin. I think it does a great job of setting your makeup, and I definitely think you should try it out. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a dupe for anything in particular that's in my collection. I just think it's a really nice product and feel like you should try it out. But yes, girl, so those are all the things I had to talk about in today's Complexion Corner. I got one more video to go for the night, y'all, and then I'm done. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.